Hello, my name is Andrea Pinhal and I am doing a PhD with the University of Hertfordshire, which is focused on the use of a new product for the decontamination of skin that is being exposed to chemicals such as chemical warfare agents. So this new product is called Zirconium hydroxide, and part of the project was to evaluate if this powder could penetrate the skin. So in addition of zirconium hydroxide, we also evaluated FastAct and A200, which are two products that are already being used as decontaminants. So for our studies, we used France diffusion cells with pig skin. As under receptor fluid, we used citrate phosphate buffer at pH 4 with 5% EDTA. So with these experiments, we also wanted to evaluate if sweat could affect the penetration of these powders, since it has been reported to enhance the penetration of metal particles. So some of the cells were covered with 1.5 mils of sweat, whilst others weren't. So we started the experiments by dosing the sweat where it was applicable, and then dosing 90 mg of the powders in all of the cells. Then, to get the penetration profile of these powders, we dosed the receptor fluid every 3 hours for a total of 24 hours. And then at this point, we ended the experiments. So we washed the skin, we swabbed it, we tape stripped it, and heat separated it into dermis and epidermis. So all the samples were prepared for ICP and OES analysis. And from the analysis of the results, we could see that none of the powders could penetrate the skin into the receptor fluid. And also we saw that over 99% of the dose was still left on the skin surface. So only when we looked closer into the dermis and epidermis compartments, we could see that sweat-covered skin had a slight enhancement on the amounts recovered from them. However, this was still below 0.1% of the total dose. So it is important to note that this enhancement can also be due to the deposition of the particles on the skin rather than actual penetration, or just dissolution of metal ions into the sweat. So these results showed that it's very unlikely that this powder will pose an additional risk to the individuals that are using it as skin decontaminant. Thank you.